In this video, we're going to be building out a home gym for those of you who are limited on space more so than budget. So this is going to be an all-out home gym setup for small spaces. If you're limited on both space and budget, I actually put out a video on a space-saving budget home gym setup that you can check out by clicking up in the cards. But before we end the video, hi, my name is Ryan Treadaway, founder of TreadawayTraining.com, where we turn skinny guys into jacked men. If you want more information on body transforming training and nutrition topics every Sunday, consider subscribing. Getting into the equipment, the most important thing in a small home gym setup is going to be the dumbbells. Specifically, a set of adjustable dumbbells since we're working with that limited space. And there are three options that I feel are worth considering. One is going to be the Ironmaster Quick Lock adjustable dumbbells. The only con to these is going to be the fact that they take a little bit longer to adjust since you have to unscrew that pin, pull it out, add a plate, put the pin back in, and to adjust weight on all four heads of the two dumbbells, it takes about 30 seconds to adjust the weight. Whereas if you go with something like Powerblocks, this takes maybe 10 seconds, 5-10 seconds to adjust the weight on here. Or you could go with the Dumbbells, which the Dumbbells in terms of adjustment speed are going to be the absolute fastest changing adjustable dumbbells on the market. And they feel like fixed dumbbells, which is great. So with the Powerblocks, you have this square thing that you're sticking your hand inside of, and it can kind of mess you up with certain movements that require you to have that traditional dumbbell shape. And it doesn't quite adjust as fast as the Dumbbells. So the Dumbbells, it takes literally half a second to change the weight on the Dumbbells. You just quickly turn the handle and pull it out, and that's it. But the one big con when it comes to the Dumbbells and the Powerblocks is that they are not expandable. So if you go with the Dumbbells, you can go from 5 pounds up to 80 pounds. And then if you need to go above 80 pounds, then you have to buy into a different adjustable dumbbell set or start buying fixed dumbbells at that point. And with the Powerblock Elites, they do go a little bit heavier. They go up to 90 pounds a piece. But again, if you need to go above 90 pounds, then you have to buy into a different set of dumbbells or a different system of dumbbells. There is the Powerblock dumbbell commercial use series that go a lot heavier. They go all the way up to 175 pounds per dumbbell, which is more than most people will ever need, but they are incredibly expensive. So we're looking at, after shipping and taxes, we're looking at probably $2,400, maybe $2,500 for these dumbbells. Whereas if you go with the Ironmasters, while they do adjust again a little bit more slowly, they do have that traditional dumbbell shape and feel, and in my opinion, feel the most like fixed dumbbells out of any dumbbell on the market. You can start with the 75 pound base set, which is a little under $900, comes with 75 pounds per dumbbell plus the stand, and is expandable. And so if you need to go above 75 pounds, you can get the 120 pound add-on, and all of the add-ons will fit inside this storage stand. You can go up to 120 pounds per dumbbell for about $1,300, a little under $1,300. And then if you need to go above that, then you can get the 165 pound expansion for another $400 to bring you up to a little under $1,700. And then there's also the Heavy Handle Kit, which adds 15 pounds per dumbbell, which brings you up to 180 pounds per handle. And that still comes in at a pretty good bit cheaper than the Powerblock option. And you can buy a little bit at a time because it's expandable and there's free shipping on the Ironmaster website. So you don't need to buy it all up front. And an additional benefit to the Ironmaster dumbbells is the fact that it uses standard 1-inch hole spacing on the dumbbells, as you can see right here. So you can actually add a bar to it. And which personally, when we were still working out in the office, we actually had the home gym right here in a 4 foot by 6 foot space in this office. We went and just bought a regular bar because it was cheaper. So you can do barbell movements for an additional $30 at that point. And then another thing that you can get to go along with that would be a set of squat stands. And so you can do bench press and squat with your Ironmasters as well. And these stands are really small and you can tuck them away in a closet when you're done with them. So we have the widest variety with the Ironmaster dumbbells, as well as the cheapest price for what you're getting. They are definitely still expensive, but it is the best bang for your buck out of the options available. But of course, I do still mention the Powerblocks and the Dumbbells because they are still really good options. So it is worth considering. And then moving on to the bench, which is going to be the next thing for your small home gym setup. Rep is the way that I would personally go. I feel like they have the best benches for the money that you're going to spend, the highest quality benches for the money that you're going to spend. I personally have the AB 5100, which I absolutely love and absolutely recommend. It is a bit on the pricey side for $460, and then you can add the additional leg attachment onto it for another $110, which will allow you to do decline bench, decline abs. You can use this as a leg roller for doing split squats and things like that. Adds a lot of variety with that attachment there for basically no extra space. You can pop that off and store it away. Or if you wanted to save a little bit of money, you could go with the AB 3000, which again will decline. So it will allow that extra versatility. It's a fully adjustable bench. It'll go incline, flat, decline. So you can get that extra decline work, and it's only $300. So it's a bit cheaper, but I do love the AB 5100. And the other thing that I would recommend you check out for a small home gym setup would be the Super Bench Pro by Ironmaster. The cool thing about this bench is that it comes with all kinds of optional attachments that you can stick on there to do all kinds of extra things with your small home gym setup. The one con that I don't really like about it is how the bench itself adjusts, and the seat part of it is always at that 90-degree angle versus being able to adjust it at different angles relative to the back portion of the bench. But if you're okay with that, then that is an excellent option. And then you have the ability to add attachments to it over time. You can add a chin-up bar to it, which personally I would just go with something like this for $27. You're gonna get basically the same thing out of it. It's gonna take less space to store this thing in a closet. Cheaper does the same thing, but you can add in your little attachment here to do your decline ab stuff and decline bench stuff and things like that. You can add a dip handle to it. You can add a leg extension, leg curl attachment to it, preacher curl attachment to it, Roman chair, a GHD type attachment to it. You can even add a cable tower to your bench setup. So you can do your lat pulls and your low rows and all that kind of stuff with that cable attachment. But what I will say here is, instead of going with something like this for $600, I actually have a video on how to do a DIY cable system for about $50. So if you want to check that out, the link for that will be down in the description. But again, all kinds of attachments that you can add to this thing. And then you have a little organizer, so you can put that in, if you have like a walk-in closet or something, put that in your closet, or hang this wall organizer on the wall in your closet, and then you can store all of these different attachments away. Again, I personally went with the 5100, but if you want to get the absolute most out of a bench, then definitely go with the Super Bench Pro. And the next thing I would add to a small home gym setup would be a set of resistance bands. With a set of resistance bands, you can train pretty much every single muscle in the body. This thing comes with a door attachment, so you can anchor these to the door at different heights. Comes with 2 handles, comes with 2 ankle attachments, and 5 different tensions of bands. And so you can do, again, anything, any muscle in the body with a set of resistance bands. Now, a cable setup will be better than a set of resistance bands, and you can watch that DIY cable setup video that I did if you want to go with a cable setup. But if you don't want to mess with a cable system and you just want to have this nice little setup that stores away in this tiny little bag that's about this big, you know, that's a really good option to go with to get that extra versatility and being able to hit those extra angles for all of the different muscles of the body. And the beautiful thing about this setup is, if you were like me when I was working out of my office, I literally had a 4 foot by 6 foot area in the corner of this room where that equipment stayed. Or if you have a walk-in closet and you're working out in your bedroom or something like that, you can just store all of this away in the closet to where it's not even out in the floor when you're not using it. If you're on a bit more of a budget and this setup is a little bit too rich for your blood, you can check out my budget-friendly space-saving home gym setup here. Or if you want to check out my original ultimate home gym setup, you can click here. As always, God bless you and your family, and we'll see you next time.